that has to be the standard every week. Obviously now as we move forward, we want to be able to add to that, to improve, to build on the total package. And so certainly that means in some moments being able to, depending on the game, whether it's on the road, at home, but still finding our moments with the ball to control the game and keep things in our favor a little bit that way. But like I said, certainly a lot of positives, and I know everybody's excited to get back out on the field.
The Union are one of the most vulnerable teams in Major League Soccer right now. How do you intend to exploit that?
We have a lot of respect for them, first and foremost. I think in this league sometimes the most dangerous teams are the ones that maybe aren't playing particularly well, or at least where the results haven't been great. They physically are a strong team. They compete, and they are dangerous when now they win the ball and are able to counter. And so I think we have to go in there with total respect for them, regardless of the way they've started, regardless of their record, and know that it's not going to be an easy game. And the same effort and determination and commitment that went into the game in Orlando, that has to be there again. And if we're able to do that and then still build on some of the other things, then we'll have a good chance to come away with a result.
Michael, I know you're focused on this weekend, but is there a sense of relief that there's light at the end of the road tunnel, so to speak?
Yeah, absolutely. We're really excited to get back and play a game at home in front of our own fans in a brand new stadium. Some of the guys went out there last week. I was with the national team, so I couldn't make it, but every one of them came back just in awe, really, of how it looks and of the way that we feel like the atmosphere is really going to be able to push us on in home games. And so, I think the overall mentality that we've taken into these road games has been good. I think if we can come away with a result in Philadelphia, that'll really, mean that we've finished things in a good, solid way. Obviously, a few games in the middle of it weren't perfect, and we're not sweeping those under the rug. We understand that, but it will still mean that we will have responded in a good, strong way, and now bring that momentum and energy and enthusiasm back home to Toronto.
Do you think that sort of lopsided road start to the season sort of forced some soul searching within the team on performance and, if not attitude, but it kind of made you look inside a little earlier than you might because of the difficult schedule? Yeah,
absolutely. You use the word soul searching. You guys hear me use the phrase, you look in the mirror. But again, it was all done in a calculated way. Even when you lose a few games, there's still an understanding that still a belief that we have a good team and that there were still a lot of positive things. But we also understood that you can't just talk about being a good team if you never can win a game on the road. And so we, I think, found a good way to be honest with ourselves, but still understand that it's the beginning of the season. There's a lot of road games. It was never going to be perfect, and understand that the best teams in this league are the ones that improve as the season goes on and continue to get stronger and stronger.
Michael, a lot of the talk in the preseason was about how you and Josie Altidore would play together. Can you describe for us how your on-field relationship has evolved since he's been here?
Yeah, Josie and I have a good relationship. We understand each other. We've been on the field together on a lot of big days, the national team, and now here with Toronto FC. Again, when you talk about building on things, I think certainly the relationship between he and I, but also between all of our that core group of players, as those relationships continue to get better and stronger, I think it's just going to mean that we can really push ourselves forward as a team.
Yesterday, Montreal Impact ended their Champions League adventure. Next week, you'll be starting in your own, I guess, journey to get to that spot eventually. Is that something that this team is prioritizing this year in terms of Champions League, or is the focus on league success? And if so, what's the hunger like for a chance for Toronto to be in a Champions League final as well?
Yeah, first things first, right? As you said, we've got to take care of business in the Canadian Cup, and obviously Montreal right away will be a difficult opponent. Certainly the rivalry and what it means to the two cities and the two two sets of fan bases. But yeah, absolutely. I think for all of us, part of now pushing this club forward and continuing to improve both as individuals, but also as a team and as a club is winning. And obviously, last year we weren't able to win the Canadian Cup, and so certainly this year that's something that is very important to us. We wanted to first take care of business with Montreal, and then whoever it may be in the final. We want to be the ones holding up that trophy and give ourselves a chance to see what the Champions League is all about.
Michael, about Seba, what are some of the characteristics that he brings that allows players like yourself and Josie to find spaces both behind and above the back line?
Yeah, he occupies. He puts fear in the other team's defenders, right? Just as Josie does, as Jackson and Robbie Finley do, and so I think that's what I mean when I say it. The better the relationships get, the more that we're able to kind of take advantage of these little things. And so when now guys start to worry about Seba, certainly it opens up space for Josie, for our wide players, for myself running out of midfield. And obviously, we've not even talked about Seba's ability to create things and kind of make a special play himself. And so, look, as we continue to work, improve, we would like to feel like the whole package of things is getting better, and certainly Seba's a big part of that.
And what's the interaction like on the field? I presume you do a lot of communicating with him because of the language barrier, but is it mostly instinctual when it comes to just finding space on the field, or is there a lot of communication?
What was the beginning part of your question?
In terms of communicating with Seba, you're probably the best one in terms of being able to dialogue with him, but is it also instinctual?
Yeah, ideally you have both. You have the ability to talk about things, to communicate, and certainly the other part, which is your feel for each other. How do you move off of each other? How do you play with each other? And that's the part that continues to get better and better with each game.
All right, thank you.